Hi friends, welcome on YourPedia, and YourPedia is a platform which is mentoring all of you for Airport Authority of India exam since 2021. 2021 में एयरपोर्ट जो जूनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑपरेशंस की जॉब्स आई थी एंड YourPedia ने बहुत डिटेल में उसको कवर किया था एंड नाउ अगेन जुलाई 2026 में देयर इज एयरपोर्ट ऑपरेशंस जॉब फॉर जूनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑपरेशंस एंड मैनेजर ऑपरेशंस. So two topics are very commonly asked in operations. One is general knowledge, where abbreviation terms of airport, and related domains are asked. So abbreviations and terminologies of airport related, bodies, organizations, institutes, वो पूछा जाता है, that is asked. And managerial terms are asked. So that is total out of total paper of 120 marks, 27 marks are for these terms. That YourPedia will help you to prepare. And friends, one more thing, ATC exam is also, ATC seats are also expected in September. So around 400 seats for air traffic controllers are also expected in Airport Authority of India. So you can join the free WhatsApp group, the link of which is attached with this video, in case you want to prepare for Airport Authority of India exam, because mentors are sharing the content, something like this, in the group, and you can prepare with that. And YourPedia has already started the module for you, and 27th July, today is 25th July, 27th July your live classes will start. By that time you can watch the recorded classes which are already available, so you can prepare it. So 8th August form filling will start, 7th September form filling will close, and 15 days after that you may get exam. So they give you only 15-20 days after application is over, so they give you 15-20 days to basically go for exam. So by end of September you can expect that exam can be there. So start preparing with YourPedia. Don't waste even a single day. And my today lecture is related to abbreviations and terminologies. ये आपका आया है friends in July 2026. We got this information. We got this particular advertisement. So managers के लिए civil, electrical, lot of seats are there for finance managers. So experience is required. And managers operation is also there, one job for manager operation which you can prepare with YourPedia. And junior executive operations, 79 vacancies are there. For that you can prepare with YourPedia mentors. So these are qualification for managers and junior executive operations. So every branch of engineering student is eligible for junior executive operations. So for managers, 3 years job experience is required. So for junior executive, 27 years of age for UR, and then for other categories there is a relaxation also. OBC 3 years relaxation. By 30 years you can go for junior executive operations. Exam pattern is like you will be getting this paper. So general awareness including aviation terms are 15 marks. So I believe 12 marks will be from aviation terminologies and abbreviation, and 3 questions can be generic from general awareness. So these 15 marks are GK marks. Every mentor is started mentoring you for aptitude, for reasoning, for English. Everything is being provided. Maths, physics, and general principle of management. So I'll be taking these two things for you for operations. One is this, another is this, and other mentors are also taking the topics for you. So my today's lecture is related to aviation terms. Already these documents and everything is available, but we are providing it again to all of you. So this is the junior executive airport operations, the document which is provided, and these are the terminologies which you should know. You have to revise these terminologies, right? So these are some of the terminologies. These all are available, and you have to revise these aviation related abbreviations and terminologies, right? So we have covered this entire syllabus in detail, so that syllabus is already there. These are the terminologies which we are going to cover today, and then certain things will also be covered in the other classes also. So International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO. So this is the specialized agency of United Nations, and it was established on 4th April 1947. So first he will be asking you about the full form. What is the full form of International Civil Aviation Organization? ICAO full form is this, and it is the agency of United Nations. It works under United Nations. Headquarter, where is the headquarter of ICAO? Montreal, Canada. What is the purpose? To promote safe, secure, efficient international civil aviation by developing global standards and recommended practices. So global standards and practices, some body will make the global standards. I mean, if aviation industry is to work, these are the standards by which it is to work. So under United Nations, this is the body which will take care of global standards and recommended practices for safety, for navigation, for security, for air transport, everything. So there are 193 member states, that means countries, and there is a Chicago Convention which was signed in 1944 for international cooperation in civil aviation. So this Chicago Convention is very famous. So 1944 May there was a Chicago Convention which every country accepted that okay, we'll be following whatever Chicago Convention says. So president of International Civil Aviation Organization presently is Toshiyuki Onuma of Japan. Recently, he was in 2026 appointed. Earlier, for a couple of years, 2021 to 2026, he was the person for 5 years. So now it is Toshiyuki Onuma. What are the main function of ICAO? Again, to promote safe, secure, efficient international civil aviation. So international civil aviation should be safe and secure. International standards and recommended practices for civil aviation. This is the main important activities, to develop international standards and to recommend the practices which are safe. Standardize the air navigation system world over. So we should have a standard by which everybody operates. So whether it is India or it is America or it is London or it is any country, the aviation sector should follow certain standard norms. So ICAO will take care of that. So international air transport and cross border border crossing procedures, that everything will be maintained here. Global standards for aviation safety, security, efficiency will be taken care of. And what are the protocols of investigation, aircraft accident investigation? So suppose there is an aircraft accident, so what are the investigations protocols? Those are made by this particular body. So cooperation among the member states for aviation policies, training, auditing, capacity building, these kind of things. So this is quick revision. What is the parent organization of this? United Nations Economic and Social Council. That was the parent organization, but now this is the organization under United Nations. Right? So this sets the international standard. Now comes ANC, Air Navigation Commission. It's a technical body of ICAO. Now, International Civil Aviation Organization is responsible for providing you the standards and practices. So some organization is to provide the technical input for ICAO to make this. So that technical body is Air Navigation Commission. So it develops and gives you the standards and for standardized and recommended practices and procedures for air navigation services, which eventually are approved by ICAO. So the technical input to ICAO is given by ANC. Full form is important. You should know what is the full form: Air Navigation Commission. And then you should know that its job is to provide basically the technical input, so that later on you can make standard and recommended practices and procedure for air navigation services. So the commission has 19 independent experts in aeronautics, which are nominated by ICAO member states and appointed by ICAO Council. So there are 19 independent experts in aeronautics. So 19 independent experts. Primary objective is to enhance aviation safety, air navigation efficiency, and standardization of international civil aviation. Right? So primary objective is this. So again, the primary objective of ICAO is the same: standardize the international civil aviation. So how to standardize international civil aviation? Main body responsible for that is ICAO, and Air Navigation Commission will provide the technical support for that. So I want to develop standard and recommended practices, SARP these are known as. So I want to develop the procedure for air navigation services. So it recommends aviation standards to ICAO Council, and then ICAO Council will approve it. So technical work of ICAO is done by this organization. So important informations are this: 19 independent experts, not the representative of countries, selected on the basis of their qualification, and there are 19 annex to Chicago Convention. Annex means attachments, documents. So 17 out of 19 annexes are basically provided by ANC. Global Aviation Safety Plan. So aviation safety plan is basically implementation of this safety plan is supported by ANC, right? Next is International Civil Aviation Day, 7th December. So this day was established by ICAO in 1994 during 50th anniversary of ICAO. ICAO came in 1944. So in 1994, 7th December, in commemoration of that, International Civil Aviation Day is celebrated on 7th December. And eventually it was recognized by United Nations General Assembly. So that this day, Civil Aviation Day, raises the awareness about role of ICAO in developing safe, secure, efficient, and sustainable international transport. Now, what is Bureau of Civil Aviation Security (BCAS)? This is the attached office of Ministry of Civil Aviation in India. There is a ministry, dedicated ministry for civil aviation, that is called Ministry of Civil Aviation. उस Ministry of Civil Aviation में there is an attached office BCAS. It is regulatory authority for civil aviation security in India, and Director General of Police level DGP level officer will be made Director General of Bureau of Civil Aviation Security. Director General of the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security BCAS. So DG of BCAS will be DGP level officer. So it is the appropriate authority for implementation of Annex 17. Annex 17 is security, like safeguarding international civil aviation against acts of unlawful interference, and Chicago Convention also. So develop, implement, and maintain national civil aviation security program. So is basically 17 annex. What is the annexer 17? It is related to security and safeguard of international civil aviation, again unlawful activities. So annexer 17 is something which this body is largely responsible. So what is the full form of BCAS? That is a Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, and as the name shows, it is civil aviation security only, for which there is an annexer 17. And BCAS eventually will be working under Chicago Convention. That is what we have discussed in Chicago Convention. So Chicago Convention of International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO. So at the international level, this is the main body, and there is a Chicago Convention held by this body that time, and there were some annexer mates. Annexer 17 is related to security. Director General of Civil Aviation is the regulatory authority for civil aviation in India, and it is the attached office in Ministry of Civil Aviation to regulate air transport service, aviation safety, airworthiness standards, investigation air accidents. So Director General of Civil Aviation actually is the main body. It coordinates with ICAO and to make international aviation standards. Director General of Civil Aviation is presently the Director General is Veer Vikram Yadav. So air transport. So Director General of Civil Aviation is different from Bureau of Civil Aviation Security. It is the attached office in Ministry of Civil Aviation, regulatory authority of civil aviation in India. That is under the ministry. So, and this one is Director General of Civil Aviation. So it coordinates with ICAO and regulate air transport service to and from India, ensures aviation safety. So air transport service also is in the ambit of Director General of Civil Aviation. So we have seen Bureau of Civil Aviation. So we have seen that that was largely responsible for safety and security of civil aviation, but here it is even transport. Ensure safety and compliance with air regulations. It investigates the air aviation accidents and incidents. So if there is some accident, it will be responsible to investigate that. Coordinate with ICAO, obviously. So that is how it is to do. And attached office again in Ministry of Civil Aviation. Aviation Safety Regulator. Civil Aviation Authority. So Government of India in 2013, after that government changed, but in 2013 government was planning that Director General of Civil Aviation will be replaced by Civil Aviation Authority, CAA, but it has not come so far. And proposed CAA will be autonomous regulatory body with great administrative, financial and recruitment powers. Separate departments will be there. So to increase the power of Civil Aviation Authority, there will be separate Civil Aviation Authority, not under the Ministry of Civil Aviation. So that was the planning of this. It's attached office, Bureau of Civil Aviation. Don't get confused between the two. Right, so it is largely dealing with implementation of Annexure 7 against unlawful interference. So the reason why we have Director General of Police here, DGP police level, reason because we are to focus on these things, right, largely. So its ambit is little narrow. Director General of Civil Aviation, the ambit is more. Now, International Air Transport Association, IATA. This is the global trade association of world airlines, and it was made found in 1945. Airline industries. Actually, this is the body which is the group of airlines. So far, we were seeing government bodies under United Nations, under Ministry of Civil Aviation, but now we are seeing airline industries also have its own body. That is IATA, International Air Transport Association. That is association of airline industries for promoting safety, security, reliable economic air transport. So it is to develop industry standard and make aviation policies, and also it can work as a group to deal with various governments. So 290 airlines across the 120 countries account for 82% global air traffic. So these are the members of IATA. Interest of airlines, who will take care of interest of airlines? So this is the body which will do cooperation among airlines and formulate aviation industries policies. So this is how this body is created. You should have full name of this, why it is formed, what is this body all about. So this is International Air Transport Association, formed on this date. Montreal, Canada is the headquarter, and approximately 82% of global air traffic is IATA members. It is not United Nations agency, it is a trade association. International Airline Training Fund, non-profit foundation, training opportunities to airlines where training is required. Operational safety training is something which is most important, and it is funded by IATA members. It bridges the gaps in training in the airline industries. So it is funded by IATA members, and it helps in providing the training to the airlines whenever that is required. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, Civil Aviation Regulatory Authority of United States. So we are talking here about United States also, India also, different countries. So FAA is federal, because the term federal is for the central government in United States Aviation Administration. So all aspects of civil aviation, air traffic management, airport operations, aircraft certification, everything is taken care of it. So main function is aviation regulation, air traffic management, etc. Now, Airport Economic Regulatory Authority, IAERA. It is a statutory regulatory authority, body of Government of India. Now, this is Government of India. Under Airport Economic Regulatory Authority of India Act 2008, it was made. Airport charges, service quality. So it deals with what is the tariff, that means air tickets, airport charge, service quality at major airports. Airport Economic Regulatory. So as the name shows, economic regulatory. So it was made under this act, and its main purpose is how to control. Sometimes you will see when there is a lot of demand, airlines will start increasing the air tickets. So at that time, this body will tell the airlines not to increase the air tickets exuberantly. Then comes Airport Authority of India. So it is statutory body created under Airport Authority of India Act 1994 and functions under Ministry of Civil Aviation, creating, upgrading, maintaining. So the main purpose of Airport Authority of India is to create the infrastructure, aviation infrastructure in the country. Provides communication, navigation, surveillance, air traffic management services, manage airports. So who will take care of the infrastructure of the airport? So airport is being developed, infrastructure is being developed, and we have to take care of the airport infrastructure. That is Airport Authority of India. Main function hai basically airport infrastructure in India. Focus on this word. Communication, navigation, surveillance, air traffic management. So ATC are basically hired by, so Airport Authority of India only is hiring the airport junior executive operations managers. So Airport Authority of India is only hiring it, because you have to manage airport and run these airports, right? Infrastructure, navigation system, everything. So ATC deal with navigation. So it is under Ministry of Civil Aviation, established under this Act of 94, 1st April 1995. Headquarter is in New Delhi. So manages 137 airport in India, 23 international airport, 10 custom airports, 81 domestic airports, 23 defense airfields. So that is how it collaborates with ISRO also for GPS aided navigation services. So there is a civil aviation training college also which is maintained by this. So Airport Authority of India, the various various functions you should know. What is AI? Not artificial intelligence, it is attitude indicator. Artificial horizon or gyro horizon, primary flight instrument that displays the orientation. एयरक्राफ्ट की ओरिएंटेशन पिच एंड बैंक रिलेटेड टू अर्थ ओरिजिन इंस्ट्रूमेंट है ये, राइट. सो एयरक्राफ्ट के एटीट्यूड्स के बारे में, कितने हाइट पे है एयरक्राफ्ट, उसके बारे में बताता है. इमीडिएट इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट एयरक्राफ्ट. प्राइमरी फ्लाइट इंस्ट्रूमेंट जो विजुअली डिस्प्ले करता है ओरिएंटेशन. तो अर्थ के हॉरिजन पे आर्टिफिशियल हॉरिजन और जायरो हॉरिजन, एयरक्राफ्ट ओरिएंटेशन रिलेटेड टू अर्थ हॉरिजन, राइट. सो व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ दिस? ही कैन गिव यू अल्टीट्यूड इंडिकेटर, एटीट्यूड इंडिकेटर, एप्टीट्यूड इंडिकेटर, कुछ भी बोल सकता है. तो एटीट्यूड इंडिकेटर इज द नेम. इसको जायरो हॉराइजन और आर्टिफिशियल हॉराइजन भी बोलते हैं. प्राइमरी फ्लाइट इंस्ट्रूमेंट है ये. एयरक्राफ्ट के एटीट्यूड, पिच और बैंक एयरक्राफ्ट का से कैसे है, किस पोजीशन पे है अर्थ के हॉराइजन के कंपैरिजन में, दैट इज व्हाट इट इज टोल्ड. यूनिट इज इन डिग्रीज. व्हाट इज एयरपोर्ट काउंसिल इंटरनेशनल, ACI, ग्लोबल ट्रेड एसोसिएशन रिप्रेजेंटिंग वर्ल्ड्स एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटीज. 1991 में बना था. सेफ, सिक्योर, एफिशिएंट, एनवायरमेंटल रिस्पॉन्सिबल एयरपोर्ट ऑपरेशंस के लिए. एयरपोर्ट स्टैंडर्ड्स, पॉलिसीज, रिकमेंडेड प्रैक्टिसेस. इट वर्क्स क्लोजली विद ICAO so that global aviation industries could be improved. Headquarter is in Canada, Montreal. It's a trade association. वर्ल्ड की एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटीज, डिफरेंट एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटीज का अपना ट्रेड एसोसिएशन, राइट. represent airports worldwide. So develop airport standards, provide training and information, safe, secure, efficient, sustainable airports. So ये एयरपोर्ट्स अलग अलग आप जानते हैं, जैसे दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट, बॉम्बे एयरपोर्ट, सारे एयरपोर्ट्स का अपना एक एसोसिएशन, ट्रेड एसोसिएशन, एयरपोर्ट्स. इट इज नॉट दैट ऑल द एयरपोर्ट्स आर हैंडल्ड बाय एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया ओनली. जैसे अलग अलग एयरपोर्ट्स आर हैंडल्ड बाय अलग अलग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, बॉडीज आल्सो, प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स आल्सो. तो एयरपोर्ट काउंसिल इंटरनेशनल इज अ ट्रेड एसोसिएशन. एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटीज जो एयरपोर्ट्स को हैंडल करती हैं उनकी अथॉरिटीज की एसोसिएशन बेसिकली. सो इट डील्स विद हाउ टू हैंडल एयरपोर्ट्स, राइट. एयर ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट ये इंटीग्रेटेड सिस्टम है विच मैनेजेस, विच एंश्योर्स सेफ, एफिशिएंट एंड मूवमेंट ऑफ एयरक्राफ्ट फ्रॉम डिपार्चर टू अराइवल. सो एयर ट्रैफिक सर्विस, air space management, air traffic flow and capacity management are the three component of it. So air traffic management is a generic term. Air traffic management, air traffic means when aeroplane is in the air, when aeroplane is to go in the air, when it is to come back. So सारा air traffic management एक generic integrated system है so that safely aeroplane is flying. So movement of aircraft from departure to arrival. तो जब भी एयरक्राफ्ट मूव करेगा फ्रॉम डिपार्चर टू अराइवल, वो एयर ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट उसको देखता है. सो व्हेन द एरोप्लेन इज इन द एयर, तो इट इज टू बेसिकली सी इट्स एंटायर सेफ ऑपरेशंस. एयर ट्रैफिक सर्विस प्रिवेंट क्रैशेस एंड प्रोवाइड द फ्लाइट इंफॉर्मेशन, क्रैश ना हो. एयर ट्रैफिक सर्विस. एयर स्पेस मैनेजमेंट, रूट एंड जोन, सेफ हाइट फॉर द पायलट्स, वो बताते हैं. ATC यहीं पे काम करते हैं इन्हीं में, एयर ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट में. एयर ट्रैफिक फ्लो एंड कैपेसिटी मैनेजमेंट, प्लेन नंबर टू स्टॉप एयरपोर्ट एंड स्काई ट्रैफिक जैम्स. सो ये सारे का सारा बेसिकली डीलिंग विद द मैनेजमेंट ऑफ द एयर ट्रैफिक. right? These are consisting of three components. So how to use the airspace properly? Air traffic controller is a service provided by ground based air traffic controllers. ATC जो सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं एयर ट्रैफिक कंट्रोलर्स, जो ग्राउंड पे बैठ के पायलट्स के साथ कम्युनिकेट करते हैं. दे प्रिवेंट कोलिजन. द मेन पर्पज इज टू प्रिवेंट द कोलिजन, मैनेज एयर ट्रैफिक फ्लो. Instructions and information is to be given to pilots sitting at ground to give instruction to pilots. Maintain the safe separation between aircrafts, radio communication के through. So that is ATC, right? And then friends, you can do lot of questions जो इसके बेस पे हैं. तो ये जितनी भी टर्मिनोलॉजीज थी, एक या दो टर्मिनोलॉजीज को इसमें और ऐड करेंगे. एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ एयरफोर्स जो एयरफोर्स से रिलेटेड है, तो वो हम बेसिकली ऐड करेंगे. अदरवाइज दिस ऑल इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टर्मिनोलॉजीज, और उसका ये डॉक्यूमेंट मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर दूंगा. प्लीज स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस क्वेश्चंस. And similarly, there are other topics, so we will be completing all the topics which are provided to us. And this lecture was related to the terminologies which are asked in your general knowledge part. Abbreviation and terminology एक छोटा सा part है उसका. And we'll be doing entire syllabus, जो मैंने आपको शुरू में syllabus दिखाया था, and question उसी में से करने हैं. तो these are the terminologies which we have done, and this we are following this syllabus. इस सिलेबस से जो टर्मिनोलॉजीज है वो पता होनी चाहिए. एक आधा क्वेश्चन टर्मिनोलॉजीज के बेस पे सिंपल क्वेश्चन आएगा फ्रॉम टर्मिनोलॉजीज, एंड वी हैव टू डू ऑल दीज थिंग्स सो दैट इफ 4-5 क्वेश्चंस कम, एंड बिकॉज कट ऑफ गोज वेरी हाई फॉर दिस एयरपोर्ट जूनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑपरेशन, कट ऑफ ज्यादा जाता है, तो यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड टू मिस एनीथिंग. कंटेंट YourPedia विल गिव यू सफिशिएंट कंटेंट, जितना चाहिए उतना, ना तो ज्यादा ना कम, neither more nor less, sufficient content so that you prepare it. Thank you.